Good morning, it's day 72 and I am by myself again. Poor Tim, his eye is not looking good, he's just resting up.
I've woken up late this morning, I slept in, I needed it, I do feel drained, and my eye, well, it's not worse, but it's definitely not any better, so I think I'm going to sleep. I'm going to try and rest it out and see if kind of loses some of that pressure. My head doesn't feel as bad today, but I have got a little bit of a haze. So yeah, I think it was definitely a good idea not carrying on to the shisha bar. I don't want to aggravate it with any smoke it might come in contact with, and I wouldn't have had the energy, and I don't know how I would have come across, to be honest. I was at the point where I just had nothing left really.
Yeah, he did his best yesterday to come out to meet Joy and go to her family restaurant, but during the evening it just started to hurt a little bit more, so he just went back to the apartment to rest up. And it was a shame because it would have been really nice for him to meet Nav's wife Ashura and an old friend Efran, who lives here in Malaysia.
Although I didn't make it to the shisha bar last night, I did make it across to Joy's restaurant. I almost bailed on that too when I was kind of looking at myself in the mirror, but I braved the bullet and I went. But I'm glad I did. It was really kind of her. We've only really met her just a few weeks ago through Norman in Bukit, and she invited us and welcomed us into her parents' restaurant. And also, I actually got to try a few dishes that I would never have ordered when we ate, because we turned up and they had pre-ordered. So we had fish head curry, and that's something that I would never ever go for. Just the name of it, I'd be like, no, I'm okay. But sometimes when you're thrown in the deep end and you never want to appear rude, so I tried it, and actually the curry was really good. I didn't go for the fish and definitely not the head, but there was a fair bit of veg in there, and the sauce, it was nice and spicy. So I'm glad I tried it. I'm not sure I'd order it myself again, just because it comes with a big fish head. So yeah, that was something I can add to the list of daring things I've done.
So I've come down to get some breakfast for me and Tim, and I think we're going to just chill today. It's our last day in Kuala Lumpur and we're going to the Cameron Highlands tomorrow. Hopefully his eye just gets better for that, because it is a travel day and I know that's not going to be comfortable to deal with. But they do say the Cameron Highlands is a place where English people go when they feel like they're missing home. You can get roast dinners there and it just feels like you're being back at home. So maybe that will help and get Tim excited, and then his eye gets better. Let's fingers crossed. Four for 10 ringgit is £1.50 for 4 of these bad boys.
Sarah's brought back breakfast treats.
So cheap, the food here.
It's 4 o'clock now. I've been sleeping for most of the day. It feels like a bit of a waste, to be honest, to be stuck indoors on our last day in Kuala Lumpur, but what can you do? So what I've been doing to try and relieve some of that pressure, which I think was sinus issue, is like a manual drain. My eye, well, looks kind of the same, but the pressure has released in my head a bit, which is a good thing. I'm used to feeling congested because I've got a blocked septum, as I've said before. But what I do is I'm gonna grab my ear, pull out, get my finger, push in underneath the cheekbone and drag out, and then hold for 10 seconds. And then you repeat that the other side. And then to finish off, you're gonna take a breath in, pull your head back, pinch your nose and hold for as long as you can. Then you're gonna breathe out and drop your head at the same time, and there should be some relief. So let's give it a go. And and straight away there should be some relief.
The food is coming. So we both have ventured out. Sun is still shining. Tim has got his sunnies, not because it's sunny, because he's doing a me when I have swollen eyes.
Yeah, I'm hiding away a little bit. My eye don't feel great, but I needed to come out for some food. I didn't eat much yesterday, so yeah, I'm pretty hungry.
And we've come back here just by the apartment because the food's really good. Look, he's making our tandoori right there behind, and I've gone for that as well because Tim gave it a good review. But I fell asleep today. I took an antihistamine this morning, and normally when I do, it makes me tired for the rest of the day, so I was knocked out. But beforehand, I did plan our trip to the Cameron Islands tomorrow, and from here we need to get a taxi to the bus station, which I think it's about 15 minutes away, not too far, and the bus takes us to the Cameron Islands in 3.5 hours, which is good because some people say 6, and I think it's quite a windy road, so I'm sure I'm not going to be feeling great for that one because it's up in the mountains and zigzaggy, so looking forward to that. However, we are looking forward to the Cameron Islands. We have a lot of people saying it's really, really good, and yeah, looking forward. I'm hungry.
I think it's going to take longer than 3.5 hours though. I reckon 6.
We'll see if they're like Thailand where they say it's 3.5 hours but actually it's longer. We'll see if Malaysia keeps to their word. It's the kopi sea with ice. So good. And it's my nasi lemak. So good.
So I didn't think we were going to manage to be able to fit this all on the table, but we've done it, and I'm going to enjoy eating this. And I've warned Sarah to stay away from the green dip. It's spicy.
All gone. 60 seconds. We were hungry. Now where's dessert?
So we've just paid, what did that come to?
36 ringgit, which is £6.
That's amazing. Yeah, three banging meals for £6 plus 2 drinks. Well worth it.
Empty units. I'm looking for a sort of sign for FedEx in case we want to do a box back with stuff that we can't use here. And I'm on a search.
So behind me, the Merdeka Tower, so tall I can't fit it in full frame. And then alongside we've got a big hole in the ground. It's another mega project. I'd say that's 3 stories deep, and from the look of the plans on the side on the screening, it's going to be a big mall and 4 massive towers. So in the not too distant future, St. Joseph's Church is going to be completely overshadowed. Yeah, it seems to be the case that with a lot of these projects, they build in whatever space is available and then consider how they're going to get there in terms of roads afterwards, Shane was saying. And that's why there are so many flyovers, because they build and then they just stick a flyover. And he says that's why it leads to such a confusing road network that's so hard to navigate, even for a local. So Sarah found FedEx. What was the outcome?
I was just looking to send parcels back because there's like some stuff that we're not really using here and to send back. So I've just got a price list, but roughly, let's say 2 kg in weight is about £85. So
Wow.
just don't know if it's
That's
worth
not
it.
worth it.
No.
Okay. Problem
Anyway.
solved.
So for dessert, they didn't have any in the other place. When I asked if they have dessert, they sent me to the sugar. So I was like, oh, not that sweet. But we're going for the chocolate cake in the... Thank you very much. Thank you. And do I pay here? Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Go on then, give it a taste test. So we have just blown all the savings on the last meal we had, which was 36 for everything. And what was this cake?
Busy. 15, so half the price
Yeah.
of the meal. Which is about £2.50. It's good. Yeah, it's good. You like this?
So I'm going to go for this cake. I love a bit of cake. And to be fair, it is expensive, but actually it is only £2.50, so it's not bad.
And your eye needs some TLC, so the cake will give the red eye some
it's
love.
heavy.
Is it heavy?
It's a torty like, yeah, it's a kind of torte style cake. Not massively sweet, very chocolatey. Yeah, good. Very, very different from what we've been eating here so far. So, yeah, nice little change. Splash the cash and get the cake.
Always splash the cake to get the cake.
Actually, the development next to our hotel is more likely to be 6 to 7 stories deep.